descended up the right-hand touchline. Into McMillan, into Cox, misses him, Niskanen, 1-0!
As well, it'd be nice to see more of that.
Partridge's ball into 6-yard, it's flicked in! And there's a celebration, and City have a second. Want to go short, Yagan flicked it in, he's headed in by Oluwabori. Flag stays down this time, he's not going to be denied by it.
I thought the key was actually that we took what we'd worked on in training, the game plan that we had for that match, we took it into the game and we executed it. I thought there was no better example than the first goal, something that the manager had worked on throughout the week. And whether it was Jack McMillan's cross or Imi's position at the back post, the players executed that plan perfectly in that moment. It got us back into the game, gave us an opportunity to sort of regroup and figure a couple of bits out at half time. And then I thought second half, I thought we were the deserved winners of the game.
Went behind, but were you pleased with how the team responded to that to make sure we did go in level at the break?
Yeah, again, like I say, I like the way that the group stuck to the plan, stuck to the processes that we'd spoke about. There was a couple of bits that we needed just to tweak with our out of possession. But once the players got to see that back at half-time, I thought they were much better with that. So again, all good habits that we want to finish the season strongly with, but more importantly, for the group and the team that we want to get back to being at the start of next season, it's good to see some players performing like that.
Yeah, Emmy's mentioned it a few times this season that he feels that he probably should have scored more because he gets himself in the right place, but it was really pleasing to see him do that on Saturday.
Yeah, so pleased for Emmy. He so often stays out after sessions and works on his finishing, works on his crossing, and what you love to see is that players that put in the work get their rewards. And I thought there was lots of players that also did that. I mean, even seeing someone like Andrew came in January getting his first EFL goal. It was a brilliant moment. Again, Tony with the assist in that moment. All things that with players that have been chipping away that don't always see the reward straight away. It was fantastic to see them all sort of come together on Saturday. And
it's been highlighted again recently by Gary, but Jack McMillan assist and a goal and showed just the best of what you get from Jack, really.
Yeah, he really is an outstanding professional. He's a brilliant teammate. The best example I can give you is that whenever we do boxes, he's the man you want in your possession box because he always takes the ball under pressure. He works hard to give each other options, and that's just a small example of what a good teammate he is. So really pleased for him to get his rewards with the goal and the assist.
And as good as it was attacking in the second half, it was a strong defensive performance to keep us ahead of the game. Joe made some very impressive saves, which was backed up by everyone else. Yeah,
it was. Obviously, our defending always starts with the way that we press at the front, but Joe's had an outstanding season. He's a credit to himself, he's a credit to his parent club, and also the work that Kev has again done with a young goalkeeper this season. So we pride ourselves on this club being an opportunity club, an environment created where younger players can come in and perform to the highest possible level. And I think there was again signs that Joe has that potential from what he showed on Saturday.
We had 4 academy graduates on the pitch on Saturday, one of those being Tom Dean making his first league start after that little spell at Crawley. Came very close to scoring. What did you make of his first start?
I would have been delighted if he'd scored that goal. I was actually just really pleased with the way that he came through the game physically and mentally. There was a period after about 10 minutes where I was watching him and I knew he had that taste in his mouth that was saying this is League One, not where he's been out on loan. And I said to Perks, call him over, get him a drink, and let's just get him through the next 5 minutes. And actually, he got his second wind. He actually became stronger as the game went on. You could see that he grew into his surroundings, and it was brilliant to see. Like I've said numerous occasions, Tom is a player that has very good habits. He's incredibly consistent with the way that he goes about his business. So it was just really pleased to see him. I was really pleased to see him get his reward.
I guess for you, you're the person who probably sees these guys more than anything. So is it even more special for you when they take to the pitch at St James Park?
I'm always pleased to see any footballer that comes to this club and works hard at their game and develops, because I think we all win when a player does that. You know, the club's going to perform better on the pitch. The player is going to perform better on the pitch, and that's what I like. That's what I believe in. I believe that training and development leads to performance. So yeah, it's always special when you see a player make their debut, but equally as special when you see Andrew get his first league goal. Again, seeing Jake on the pitch, seeing Sonny Cox on the pitch, you feel a huge sense of pride that this football club has played a small part in their development.
And Tom was absolutely delighted when we spoke to him after the game, and obviously his brother, former academy graduate Will, got promoted with Truro, which is an incredible achievement for him.
Really incredible. You know, lots of players down there that I know, obviously a former club. I text Will on Saturday night, he didn't get back to me until midday Sunday, so I hope he was celebrating. But no, what a fantastic achievement. Brilliant for the Southwest. And again, you know, I really hope that Torquay can also do well, because I think it's good for the football in this area. It's good for the links that we have with those clubs, because with them, with Weston-super-Mare, with various clubs, they've been fantastic with our players previously, and we hope that can continue. This
is a long one, so you're going to have to stick with me, but it was a great weekend for the players out on loan too. Frankie Phillips keeping his 20th clean sheet as Exmouth secured playoffs. Harry Lee helped Dorchester to confirm playoffs. Charlie Cummins scored and Gabe played as Tiverton Town stayed up on the last day. Liam Oakes scored for Parkway, and Jay Bird returned to Rochdale and scored as they made the playoffs. So it just shows how important these loans are.
Absolutely, and we're always looking at Saturday being a win with the way that we beat Huddersfield, but also it's a massive win for the club in terms of the future, with those players going out and performing well away from the club, and then putting themselves in a much stronger position to come back and perform at this football club in the future. And that's, again, this football club has been built on, you know, having an eye on today, but also having an eye on the future, and that is fantastic to see.
And is it important that they experience, you know, the highs and the lows there of a season? You know, some have been in relegation battles, some are going to go into the playoffs. There's a lot of football and life experiences to learn there. Yeah,
a huge amount of life experiences. I think even if you just look at each individual's personal journey this season, there's been times where they've not been playing. There's been times where they have been regularly playing. And again, the most important thing is that they recognise and they learn, well, what is it that got me in the team? What is it that kept me in the team? What is it that I've contributed to help the team win? Because people always say you want experienced players. Experience is the lessons that you learn, and as long as those players are taking lessons from these experiences they're currently gaining, then in the long run they'll be better for it.
And just finally on Saturday, obviously after the match, the players gave back to the fans by having our annual signing event, and you know, it's great to see so many fans stick around for it, and just that interaction, everything is just lovely.
Yeah, it was obviously a beautiful evening, and being able to see the players with the fans. I think a lot of clubs can say that their fans give a lot, but I don't think there's anyone that gives as much as our fans do to this football club, whether that is time, whether it's energy, whether it's contributing to the club with support, whether it's financial support. I think there's something that makes this club unique, and I think that the way that we celebrate the end of the season together is something that's unique to this football club, and something that we've got to hold on to, and we've really got to enjoy, because it is what makes this football club unique.
On Sunday, Jake Richards was named League One Apprentice of the Year at the EFL Awards. It's an incredible achievement for Jake, the club, and the academy, and just must be an inspiration to all those, you know, kids in the academy.
Yeah, I really hope he is an inspiration, not just for the footballer that he has the potential to become, but for the young man that he is. I've said this numerous times, but he really is a credit to his parents. He's done something that no other scholar age player at this football club has been able to achieve, and we've had some pretty good players come through in the past, so for him to achieve that is huge for himself. And when I texted him after the awards, I think he was just most buzzing that he had a picture with Frank Lampard. So but no, he really is a credit to himself, to his family, to this football club, so delighted that he got that reward.
And back on the pitch with one game to go at Mansfield Town this season, I guess everyone's looking to sign off on a real high.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I've said a couple of times in this, we're looking to perform today, but we're also looking to create and perform for the future. The way that this group needs to evolve, this league that we're in for the fourth time, for the first time in a long time, it is only going to get more difficult. only going to get more challenging, and therefore we're looking to build habits and we're looking to evolve into the team that we want and need to be successful next season.
Last game of the season as well, a long trip for the fans to make. You could probably forgive them, for not turning out the numbers after such a long season. But over 500 sold already for that, so it's going to be quite an atmosphere there.
Incredible. And again, they've pushed us, they've supported us, they've probably laughed and cried with us throughout the season. So it will be brilliant to see them for one more time before everyone gets a little break. But they've been incredible this season, and we'll do everything we possibly can to finish the season on a positive note.
And then on Sunday we've got the awards evening, which is a great occasion for the players, fans and staff and sponsors to look back on the season together. Yeah,
always good, because when you're in the season, you don't get a huge amount of time to really reflect. And I think this club, whilst always striving to get better, needs to reflect on how much growth has taken place over the last couple of years and over the course of this season. So really looking forward to the evening. It's great to see the players get all dressed up. So really looking forward to it, and I hope it can be a great evening.
And just to finish as well, what are your overall reflections on the season now it's coming to an end?
It's been a really challenging season, but that's what motivates you. I've loved the good times that we've had when we've put multiple wins together, when we got through in the FA Cup and we had big nights for the club. But I've been equally as motivated by the difficult moments, because if you really want to achieve something, you're going to have to go through those. And I think the way that the players, the staff, the fans, the club as a whole has conducted itself throughout this season has been special. And we are going to need to continue to lift standards in all areas to continue achieving at this level that we are. So all I can say is, again, highly motivated for what's to come. Proud of what we've done, and we're going to continue to try and get better. And
for a club that took 10 years to get back to League One from League Two, to have achieved a fourth straight season in League One is some achievement as well. It
is, but to do it our way, that's what I think's a really incredible achievement. And we should be proud. We should continue to strive to be better, but we've got a lot that we can be proud of at this football club.